3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, this is Tabby and it's Mark, and yes, we're here with the S4 B9. Obviously, different colour to the one that you've probably seen previously.
And no, it's not a wrap.
And no, it's definitely not a wrap. So we thought we'd talk to you today about some products that we put onto the vehicle. Tabby's top 5, shall we do?
Yeah, we can talk about top 5.
And we wanted to talk to you at top 5 products
in general or on this particular vehicle?
On this particular vehicle. I think top 5 good modifications to do. Plus, we want to talk to you about some of the problems that we've had, or that the S4 B9 faces before obviously tuning. So, shall we start with that?
The problems?
Over to Technical Director Tabby.
So we're going to talk about the problems first. So inherently, had an issue with the cam rollers. The needle bearings on them are prone to wearing and falling out due to the size of them. So you see that quite a lot on these. The particular build date on that is anything pre-August 2018. Anything later than that has the later updated rollers. So obviously Audi have recognised it as a problem. They've updated the part, but there's no sort of recall or any support from Audi on that sort of thing.
And what actually happens when they fail?
So when they fail, the little needle rollers fall out. What happens generally is the rollers will jump off. They'll either get stuck somewhere in the engine, or even if they don't get anywhere and contact a cam or cause other issues or other damage, they're sitting off and they're not opening the valve up as well. So it can cause issues, you know, under wide open throttle when it's trying to get the air in, or you know, get the air out, or the exhaust gases out of the cylinder. Can also get, you know, we've seen issues where it's jammed up against the cam and damaged the actual pickup for the sensor. So the only symptoms we were getting was a cam correlation issue. That turned out to obviously be caused by the cam followers falling off. So that is a huge problem with them. Thermostats, obviously another faulty issue which we see quite a lot of. Again, the part's been rectified, but no support from Audi in terms of like recalls or warranties or anything like that. So two of the most, obviously generally the most we see. The rollers is quite an expensive job to do and fix. So yeah, so before you really modify, you should be looking at that as a sort of getting those done before, you know, you don't want any of those issues happening, you know, when the car's like tuned higher. So
okay, so let's just make room for this car to come in, because we are in a working live workshop. The S4 B9 hasn't been one of the, in the UK it's not a big tuning platform. In America, obviously the S4 is pretty big out there, isn't it? I
think with the type of cars they get, they don't like the smaller stuff, so you know, the bigger Audi models are really popular out there. They're quite popular over here, and there is a market for them, but it's not as big as what you see in the US.
So we wanted to get involved in the S4 platform, or the B9 platform, so that we could be out there with the marketplace and be able to show you, as we discussed earlier, what products are good for this platform. So, start off, this is a 034 car that we've done. It does have other products on there. So what's your number 1 product
on this car?
On this car,
I would start with, you know, if we're talking physical hardware, probably the turbo. TT810 obviously enables us to.
So Tabby's always about speed, you know. Yeah, we were going to buy an R8, and I didn't buy that just because it would have lasted about 10 minutes before he was trying to rip the rear bumper off to put turbos on it. So, so you're going for power. You like the TT810. Number 2, seeing as you've mentioned the turbo and the hardware, to accompany that has to be 034 Dynamic Plus software. Stage 1, Stage 2, and obviously with the TTE, Stage 3.
Stage 3, yeah. So I mean, we've tested multiple cars dyno proven gains, absolutely phenomenal software.
Yeah, and this was the first time that we've obviously done the TT810 with the software, and obviously we're out at Crail. We did some testing there, which was our first outing with the car. Performed faultlessly. However, it was a very cold day and it was a struggle to get the power down. I think everybody experienced that. But we're just waiting. As you can see, there's a bit of rain on the car, and it hasn't stopped raining here in the UK for the last month. So
we did pick up fastest all-wheel drive of the day at Crail. So, you know, even the really fast cars were struggling the same as what we were. We still managed to, compared to our 99 octane sort of testing that we'd done and our draggy times, we shaved not so much off the quarter mile. We were doing similar quarter mile times, but we were 10 miles an hour faster at the terminal speed, which tells us how much faster the car is, and we shaved over a second off our 100 to 200 time as well. So it just shows how fast and how capable the car is, but getting that power down, the 60 foot and the 0 to 60 was terrible on the surface we were working on. So going out there, testing that on a proper drag strip, or trying to get a dry day and doing it, the car's gonna really perform. So excited for low 10s, 9 seconds.
He gets very passionate when he talks about software, power and figures. So number three.
Number three, I think even stock, especially stage 1, and has to happen for stage 2, is the intercooler. The intercooler on these cars factory is so small. As soon as you start tuning on these cars, they're awful. You want to see the intake air temperatures rising with the increased boost pressure. Definitely the intercooler, I would say.
Okay, number 4. Now,
I got him point.
Yeah, you can have a lovely looking car, but you need to have some enhancements on it. And ECS Tuning have actually provided us with a carbon fiber front splitter, a carbon fiber boot splitter, and the favourite is the valance at the back.
Rear diffuser.
So I think it's all right having the power, but you also got to have looks. And I think just the finishing touches to this car is something that, you know, for me, it's an underrated modification, but one that is definitely needed.
There's a few more little carbon bits to go on this car as well, from ECS. There's a couple from 034 as well. I don't know, I guess we're on to number 5.
Yes, do we do 6 or do we do 5? Anyway, number 5.
So, number 5, I mean, there's so many good bits on this car. Exhaust. I think the soundtrack to any car is a decent exhaust system. So this one's got Scorpion, well, it's actually got a 034 sports cap, and then it's got a Scorpion catback. It sounds really, really good, especially, you know, on full throttle driving. So
now, we talked about a lot of performance parts that we put onto this car, but my question to you and to tell them guys, this is a 034 car with God knows how many products you put on this car. What is your favourite 034 modification that you've done to this car?
So one
what has been the best performing?
Probably don't see, and maybe we can add a little clip of this into the video, is the actual subframe mounts and the diff mounts on the rear. You see how much movement they have stock. Hopefully Adam can put this into the video, but how much movement they have stock, and how much they don't when they've got the billet inserts from 034, you know, how much that must benefit the car while driving. So I would probably say the drivetrain inserts on from 034, but like you say, there's so many parts from multiple companies.
I mean, you've got the wheels, you've got the brakes, you know, you've got
wheels,
obviously
brakes,
suspension,
roll bars, suspension.
The list is endless, really.
It just goes on and on. The intake, I mean, that carbon intake with the, you know, cast inlet pipes, so good.
So yeah, a lot of 034 products on the car that just really sort of bring the car to life and do a lot of things.
It's like a whole new animal. It's even day-to-day driving, you know, and then when you want the power, it's amazing.
So the next time, hopefully, we'll have this car out. Well, I say it's going to probably be really spring.
reality, yeah, we're
just
probably,
because of the weather and getting the right temp into the tyres. So
we want to get some ethanol times on there. I would like to do it in its full street form, so you can get low tens, really low tens on that, and then we want to break out some, you know, drag goodness on it, and see if we can break that 9s.
So that's it. That's our tips, not tips. That's our
Nice little chat about the B9 S4
products,
in general,
its issues, and some of the enhancing products. So thank you for watching.